Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have the official rating of the Batman. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. I'm not going to lie. This is probably the most we could have hoped for. However, yes, it could have been R-rated. It's not. I know it's PG-13. It could have been R-rated. I will agree it could have been. But this isn't bad. This isn't too bad. Oh, we do have Jasper. We do have a Jasper cameo. Here he is. How you doing, bro? Boop. Boop the Snoop. Anyway, you didn't come for that. Thumbs up for Jasper, though. So this is shared over on the Twitter Twatter. So here it is, shared over on Twitter by BatSauce, the Batman fan account, I'm sure. But this is just the MPA rating, and with respect to the UK, it's probably going to be like a 12A. I can't imagine this could be a 15. Maybe it'll be a 15, but we'll see. I'm assuming it's just going to be a 12A. So they rate it as following, and there are some, FYI, there are still some pretty decent stuff in here that could be considered like, ooh, wow, they're going there. So let's break it down. Because I was actually going to just do a quick bite-sized news chunk on this, but then I thought to myself, no, I tell you what, this does actually deserve a little bit more of an in-depth going through. So, the following feature-length motion pictures have been reviewed and rated by the Classification and Rating Administration pursuant to the Motion Picture Classification and Rating Program. So, this is... this is it, right? So, PG-13. But then, what you really are looking for is why. So, here it is. Title. The Batman. PG-13 is obviously parent strictly cautioned. Some material may be inappropriate for children under 13. So I'm pretty certain this will end up being a 12A. I'm guessing. So, The Batman rated PG-13 for strong, violent, and disturbing content. Yeah, boy. That's good. We have the Riddler inspired by the Zodiac Killer. I was just popping my knuckles. If they don't have strong violence and disturbing content in with that, you're not really doing a Zodiac Killer then, are you, mate? You're not really getting on it. So I think that's one of the first positives, right? And I think it's really important to note, and I always use this as a good example. Jaws, I think, was originally PG, if I remember rightly. And then... or PG-13, one of the two, but it wasn't a rated R. And how they rate things, it does change. So to get an R rating, generally speaking, you have to have sex, or you have to have a certain amount of bloodshed. Like there's a cut-off period, like there's a cut-off point for bloodshed, sex, and also swearing. Swearing really matters. On the rating system. So something being PG-13 is not necessarily always dumbed down and for kiddies, right? It's important to note that. FYI though, what I was saying at the start was that this could have been R-rated and it still could have been massively successful because of the Joker. The Joker indicates that, right? The Joker was a great test piece. However, Warner Brothers going, well, this is Batman, this is our flagship character. We want this to be a trilogy. We want Matt Reeves to come back. We want this to make a bucket load of money. Yeah, no, of course we're going to make it PG-13. You're going to maximise your audience at that point, aren't you? But I do think it could be interesting. Maybe there'll be a rated R, cut out there. Who knows? Maybe it'll be the version where all those stupid rumours came from, where Battinson and what's her name were banging on the Batmobile. Bloody idiots thinking that rumour was real. Jesus Christ. Anyway, so the other reason... The other reason is drug content. That's actually surprising for a Batman film, drug content. But I would imagine, I'm probably not even allowed to say that on YouTube, to be fair. But I'd imagine that's all to do with the gangsters, like the Penguin and people like that. Maybe. Potentially, or the Riddler. Maybe the Riddler does something with drugs, I don't know. Strong language. So, again, it's the amount of... So, I said language definitely matters, because it does. But it's like the amount of like F-bombs that are dropped. And I don't think you can say, see you next Tuesday. I think that's pretty much bang up like, no, that's a no-go. And then we have this, and some suggestive material. So I think that pertains to the relationship between the Batman and Catwoman. Unconfirmed at this point in time, but I think it pertains to that, which I would actually quite like. I think that works really, really well. I don't see that as a negative. In fact, I see that as a positive. So again, just to break it down real quick, it's PG-13, strong, violent and disturbing content. That's unequivocally going to be the Riddler, and it should be. And it should also be, from the trailers, it should also be Robert Pattinson's Batman. He should be beating the living shit out of people. We've seen it in the trailers, where he beats them up and he goes, I'm vengeance. I want to see this Batman go hard, beat up thugs. Batman the Animated Series was really, really good, and that Batman did beat the living crap out of people. Like, he'd punch someone, and then they'd go flying, and then he'd chain him up and be like, obviously he doesn't want to kill him, like, I get that. So, don't kill anyone, Battinson. But that's good. I think that's really, really good. Drug content, yeah, it remains to be seen. I still think that's going to be Riddler, maybe. Strong language, good. We don't need it. We don't need it. But again, all those people want an R rating. That is part of an R rating. And it was also in Joker as well. And some suggested material. Batman, Catwoman. God, don't say Batwoman. That's blasphemy here. So I like that. I think this is really, really good. Now, like I said, I don't think this absolutely, this isn't great off the bat, but it's not terrible either. Pun there. I think ultimately, like, loads of people need to just rein it back in. If anyone expected there to be a hard R-rated Batman, no, like, they're never going to do it. There was more of a potential chance of them doing an R-rated Venom, because that is that character, brutal, etc., etc. R-rated Batman, it wasn't going to happen. PG-13, I think, is the closest we're going to get, and I think that's pretty decent. It's not terrible. I think that's okay. And I think the things that they're outlining in here to make it PG-13 as well, I think it's pretty good. Again, like I say, it definitely could have been R-rated, and it still probably could have made money, but I understand why Warner Brothers have chosen not to go that route. So I'd love to hear any and all of your thoughts, so please do let me know down below in the comment section. Are you looking forward to this film? Are you not? Let me know down below. Please do follow my second channel. It's in the description box. It's a vlog channel plus some cars and stuff like that. You might really like it. Follow me over on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. H Reviews. Thanks so much. Take care.